All right. What's going on, everybody? Hey, thank you for tuning in. We're going to have a really condensed show, not too crazy, not too long, but there's a lot going on. We got Monday Night Football. I know the Jets are playing Miami, and there are still some Jet fans that want to tune in for that. But it is what it is, you know what I mean? But anyway, we're going to talk about the New York Knicks. Today is we got to see some video of the Knicks touching down in Abu Dhabi, so they're out there. We'll talk a little bit about that. We'll talk about the preseason game that's coming up on Thursday, and we'll also talk about a couple other things. Malcolm Brogdon, for example, and his thoughts about being a part of the New York Knicks. We'll also talk about Landry Shamet and the high praise that Coach Brown has given him, as well as a couple other things that I'm sure we'll be addressing as the show goes along. Anyway, man, let's get it cracking without further ado. I know I made y'all wait. I'm sorry. I apologize, but let's go.
Say go, New York, go, New York, go. Say go, New York, go, New York, go. Say go, New York, go, new team, it's the same dream. New Knicks City uniform, they stay clean. I just caught mine off of Fanatics in the garden with my hands in the air, we back at it.
What's going on, everybody? Let's go. You Sid, we are back with SKF Weekly. Let's go. Thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. I am your man, Ron. That is my brother. That is my brother, Jose. Okay, listen, I'm here. But you know what I mean? They're here in spirit, y'all. I'm holding it down. We're going to get through it until we are full strength once again like Voltron. In time. It's going to happen. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing great and the best of health. Blessings to you all. Once again, another day we're able to open up our eyes and be here on this earth. I hope everybody's day went well. Shout out to all of y'all, man. Shout out to Yuri in the building. Appreciate you. Thank you for always being not only in our chat here at Still Nick Fans, but in a lot of people's chats in the community, man. Thank you for showing love to the community on the whole, brother. Shout out to Nostalgic Nick in the building. Salute Nostalgic. Appreciate you with the fire emojis. Carrie is in the building. What up, Carrie? Good to see you. Deron Wayne in the building. What up, Deron? Appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the SKF Army as always. Randu is in the building. What up, Randu? Appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the SKF Army as well. Even though I think you're okay. I think it just flipped off. Man, that's instantaneous. But it's okay. Appreciate you, my guy. Shout out to Bodega Wi-Fi. Appreciate you. Thank you. Good to see you as always. He says to the Still Nick Fans family. Appreciate you. Let me see. Shout out to my guy Walter Blackman in the building. What up, Walter? I said, good evening, Ron. My Jets are getting thrashed. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. You know? It is what it is sometimes, bro. You're gonna do. I get it. Believe me. Shout out to Darlene Bryant in the building. Let's go, Darlene. Good to see you. It's an evening run in the chat. Latoria, we are. They is. Let's go. Tori B in the building. What up, Tori? Good to see you as always. Let's go. Ah, man. Thank you, Nostalgic. Appreciate the love, brother. Appreciate that. Thanks. Double D is in the building. What's going on, Double D? Say, hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Hello, Ron, plus the chat. Salute. Oh, and thank you to Latoria B for being a member of the Still Nick Fans Army as well. Shout out to you for that. Prezi the boss is in the building. What up, Prezi? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Says salute to SKF General Ron, the Teflon Don. Hulk smash that like button. Facts. Appreciate you, brother. Hey, there's my guy. Missing in action, but never too far. Mr. Crim's dad in the building. Appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the SKF Army and all that good stuff. Thank you for your Met hate because you're a Yankee fan. We need that. Without the hate, where will we be? You know what I mean? He said, "Are we still Met fans?" Yes, we always going to be Met fans. Listen, I'm going to tell you like they told me. Cash rules. No, okay, wrong statement. I've been a Met fan for a long time, Crumbs Dad. And because I've been a Met fan for so long, I am disappointed at what happened this year, but I've seen worse. Is that good? Probably not, but I've seen worse. I've witnessed what happened in 2007, I believe, when Tom Glavine was the ace of the team and we blew a September lead after being up 13 games to start September. I've seen it. Terrible, bro. Terrible. Yeah. Thank you, Yuri. That's it. 2007, 2008 collapse. That was it. I seen it. That was worse. That killed me. That took the air right out of me. Almost questioned my Met fandom right there. I was like, I don't know if I could deal with this again. Because I already had to deal with Anthony Young back in the day where he lost 21, 22 games. I think it was 21 games. I witnessed all that and I watched all those games. I thought I couldn't take any more. After 2007, I was like, man, if I could stay being a Met fan after what I just watched, then I'm here forever. And that's where I'm at, people. So, oh, man. Oh, okay. A little incognito. Okay. I hear you. Kerry says, wait, hold on. Kerry says, I grew up in Flushing. Oh, yeah, right. But you remain a Yankees fan. That's okay. It's not your fault. All right. They got you. It's okay. You're just another casualty. But you've had a lot of happiness. So good for you, bro. I don't know what it's like to be a fan of a team that's won that many championships and is known everywhere around the world. Like, the Yankee fandom is ridiculous. And just that the pinstripes and that's just the sign, the Yankee symbol is everywhere. So yeah, that's pretty dope. Good for y'all, man. Good for you too, Isaiah. But anyway, they'll be back better and stronger next year. Uncle Stevie's gonna have to make some moves. Okay, he thought he was doing the right thing, and now he realizes it didn't work out. I'm gonna have to cut some fat. He's gonna cut a lot of fat, y'all. Be prepared. You're gonna see the Mets all over the back pages. They're gonna make a lot of changes. The only thing that I hope doesn't happen. I'm sorry, guys. I know I've been talking for a little bit about the Mets. I'm gonna get to the Knicks right now. The only thing that I do not want to happen is I do not want Pete Alonso leaving to play first base in the Bronx. I don't want that. I hope the Mets keep him. And I'm not saying I'm hating on the Yankees to be able to get Pete Alonso. If he leaves the Mets, then okay. I mean, he goes to the Yanks. I just don't want him leaving the Mets. And it would be even insult to injury to see him with the Yankees. That would be tough for me. It ain't gonna be no Juan Soto thing when the guy was there 1 year and now he's switching sides. No, Pete Alonso has been a Met and he's had some big moments as a Met. That would be tough. That's okay. Anyway, yeah. Well, we'll see. All right. That being said, it's been an exciting ride. And the ride is just getting better. We are about to go into preseason basketball on Thursday, baby. Let's go. Can't believe it. It's already here, y'all. We are at preseason basketball this week. It's crazy. Let's go. Ah, man. It's about time. I can't wait. Anyway, so we got to see our New York Knicks touchdown today in Abu Dhabi. So they are out there enjoying the life. It's interesting because they were all kind of talking about their experiences and what they're looking forward to, and I found it really interesting that Coach Mike Brown, who has been a coach in the league for many years, has been making some really good money as a coach, but he said he's never been to Abu Dhabi or like to Dubai, that area. I'm kind of surprised because it's not as hot as it used to be, but there was a point where everybody wanted to go out there. So I'm just surprised that was never on his bucket list to try that out, especially when you got the means to get out there. But hey, it is what it is. He's enjoying it now. So, I think this is going to be a real fun experience for them. And to be honest, guys, I'm not really putting a whole lot into these 2 preseason games. They're probably going to be trash. I'll just keep it real, keep it funky. These 2 preseason games might be garbage, but the point is they get to play together as a team. They're practicing together. They're having fun. They've traveled to Abu Dhabi. They're in a very beautiful country, beautiful land over there. Excuse me. They get to see, if you guys ever witnessed what the whole Dubai landscape looks like, Abu Dhabi, all of that, how the cities look and all, they get to see all that and enjoy an experience together. So that's got to be great for the team building thing. And that's something they can build off of. That might get them, help their chemistry going into the season, them just bonding and being in a special place like that, enjoying it together, having a little fun before the preseason games. And even in the preseason games, we know that these games ain't going to be, stressful. It should be a real fun experience for them. So this is pretty dope. I saw them, they was getting off the plane. They were handing them little complimentary drinks. I'm like, these guys is adventurous. They don't know what's in them drinks. It's like pinky up. I'm like, all right. I saw Jalen. That's why Jalen Brunson is the captain. Everybody was accepting those drinks. Jalen Brunson, no, I'm good. I was like, yo, Jalen, it's my guy. I was like, okay. Some people played it off, took the little cup, put it right in the tip of their mouth, and just kind of walked off with it. Some people, I saw Jordan Clarkson take that to the head, like, okay. But yeah, it was pretty funny when I saw Jalen, like, nah, I'm good. Chill, B. Yeah, I got you, Jalen. I hear you, brother. So that's that. They're there now, they're going to rock out with the time difference and all that, get used to that. They're probably going to struggle sleeping and all that. That's going to be tough because of that real big difference in time. But, it's going to be interesting. Nah, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what's up in there, man. I appreciate the hospitality, but nah, give me one of them things that I can put around my neck or I know that's Hawaii. I'm just joking. Yeah, I don't know. Give me something like that where I could wear it. I ain't drinking nothing, y'all. The most I could do, like when I went to Mexico, when they give you tequila everywhere. You get on the bus, here's a shot of tequila. I'm like, damn, go to the store. Hey, special on tequila. Here's a shot. I'm like, wow. You know what I mean? But at least I knew what it was. And I could see it. I saw him pour it. I don't know what's up in there. But anyway, shout out to the people of Abu Dhabi. I'm sure they're very nice, and I'm sure it's nothing. It's probably like some tea or something, which is probably good. Maybe I don't know, maybe like a chai or something. Who knows? But yeah. Anyway, shout out to Craig in the building. Tiny umbrella drinks. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Craig, good to see you. Buzzer Beat is in the building. What up, Buzzer Beater? Salute to the whole damn chat. Facts. All right. So I gotta be honest, guys. This part threw me for a loop. I even gotta put a banner up for this. Let me put a banner up. Hold on. Put one up here. Because it how quickly things change, you know what I mean? Huh. Malcolm Brogdon wanted to be a Knick. For some people who have short memories, this is like what? What's the big deal, Ron? Okay, a lot of players might want to be with the Knicks. The Knicks are a good-looking team. They got some really good talent. They got a new coach. Things are bubbling in New York. Like I said, people with short memories, y'all don't remember that the Knicks tried to get Malcolm Brogdon a couple different times in the past, and Malcolm Brogdon said he didn't want to be in New York. He didn't really like New York like that. Like, not like he didn't like New York, the city or whatever, or but he just didn't really want to be with New York. It wasn't his cup of tea. And now all of a sudden we're hearing not only did he want to be in New York, but he passed up on other opportunities to be here. See how crazy that sounds? How quickly things change, man. How quickly things change. Interesting. I wonder why that is. Why is that? Anyway, no shade, because I like Malcolm Brogdon because he's here. I just, it is what it is, though. I don't know. That's a little fugazi, but it is what it is. Anyway, but Malcolm Brogdon basically said that he had opportunities and he turned them down because not only did he want to be a Knick, he wants to win with the Knicks. He wants to get a championship. He feels like the Knicks give him a really good chance to do that, and he thinks he can do it with the Knicks. He thinks he can be the final piece of the puzzle to help us get over the hump. Wow. I mean, this is like, I know like I said, for some of y'all, this may not sound like this is shocking to me. Like, after knowing how Malcolm Brogdon got down when it came to the Knicks, the 360, the 180 is crazy. The 180 is wild. But hey, I'm with it though. Listen, this is what I talked about before, guys. You guys wonder why I always say stuff like I don't want to see nothing about no Kyrie Irving. I don't want no Kevin Durant here. I don't want no LeBron James here. You know why I always say that stuff? Because those are saviors, right? Everybody looks at these guys like you get your team to a certain level. Now, oh man, we bring LeBron over here, we'll win. Or bring Kevin Durant over here, they're saviors, right? But when we needed these dudes, they didn't want to be here. So that's why I always say I don't want these dudes, because at a certain point in time in life, your team is going to get good enough where people want to go there. Look at Malcolm Brogdon, the 180. And he's just one person. There's plenty of people who want to be a Knick. They just realize that there may not be enough money in it for them because, that's part of their thinking, or there may not be enough playing time for them. Marcus Smart wanted to be a Knick. He was just like, I can see they got like 8 or 9 guys over there, and they got Brunson, and I don't know how I'm going to play. Where's my playing time? But there's plenty of people who want to be Knicks now that never would have thought about it before. That's why I'm saying we can't be worrying about these dudes and trying to get a LeBron or Kevin Durant. We don't need them. There's other people that want to be here. But anyway, no, I mean, they're not saviors to me, bro. Shout out to Knicks. I'm about to say Nixon-ish. Shout out to my guy Kev, co-host of Nixon-ish. Appreciate you, my guy. Yeah, man, I don't necessarily think they're saviors because I look at their track record. And when you think about it, somebody like Durant, for example, he's only won in Golden State. Just saying. Somebody like LeBron, you know what I mean? He's put together some good teams, but that don't mean they're going to win. You know what I mean? They might make it somewhere, but that don't mean they're going to win. So I think we just got to chill with that. Let's not don't worry about these dudes, man. Worry about our Knicks and let's keep doing our thing and letting them watch from the sidelines or wherever they're at. But yeah, man, you know what? Damn, Knicks is good. Don't you notice when teams get knocked out the playoffs, they start tuning in like, hey, Brunson's getting it tonight. Yo, see, call that. Look at Cat get it. Yeah, that's right. That's what I love, man. Yeah, y'all don't want to be here, but then when we good, now y'all want to talk about us. We cool. I'm good. I don't forget. All right, let me get to this. Shout out to my guy in the building, the one and only Mr. Shaw Powers. Let's get it. What up? Appreciate you. Please, as always, guys. First off, Go show Kev, my guys, some love and Nixon-ish because they're going to be rocking. They're coming back to the fold. I'm sure they're going to be cranking out the content. So definitely show them some love. And also show my guy, Sha Powers, Mr. Knicks Real Talk with my brother Divine some love as well. As always, you know how we do. Yep, Craig, bandwagon. That's what it is, brother. That's what it is. Shout out to Yuri. You know what it is. Thank you for the generous super chat, my brother. Appreciate you. Says, people don't know how big this is. People are saying they want to be in New York to win. We would have never heard this as Kurt Rambis Fizdale. You ain't lying, bro. You ain't lying. Yeah, listen, but you know what? I like it because I'll be honest with you. No, I mean, don't get me wrong. I didn't like when we've been the laughing stock for years where everybody tries to make jokes out of us. Even the players, I thought that was a little too much. I was like, what are we doing here? But I like the fact that the Knicks had to work hard to be respectable and get here. And now that you're here, they take pride in that. I feel like, they don't talk about it because this is a real buddy-buddy league. And they're still kind of newer to the team. Like Brunson has been here for a little while. But like someone who might have really felt a certain way might have been like Randall, if Randall was still here, because he knows he came here when we was trash bags. So he could have felt a certain way, but he's not here anymore. So, I mean, we don't really have the players that can really feel, the thing that we feel as fans because they're a little newer. But still, they get it. They know what New York is about. They was in the locker rooms hearing their teammates talk badly about the Knicks. Who knows? Maybe some of them was talking badly about the Knicks themselves. I'm sure Josh Hart got jokes. I'm sure he was clowning the Knicks back in the day. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But I'm just happy that we're at a point now where the jokes have stopped. You know what I mean? The joke. If you still making jokes about the Knicks, the joke's on you. That's bars. Wow. Give myself a little applause. All right. Tibbs coaching. Yeah. I see Tibbs is kind of popping up in a lot of different places, man, going to different colleges and stuff. Definitely showing himself. We'll see. We'll see. I actually think Tibbs could do wonders. You know what? I mean, he may not want to do this at his age. I don't know if he wants to mess with younger kids because that's been a knock. And that might make Tibbs the well-rounded coach that he's been lacking when he gets to coach like really young, a team full of young players. Then you got to develop them. But and this is no shade, no shot at Tibbs. I can see Tibbs coaching a college program and winning a championship. I'm not lying. Tibbs is a really good coach, y'all. And I think he could take some young, talented college kids to a championship. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. And, it would definitely, help his coaching legacy. And yeah, he may not get all the accolades that he wants to get in the NBA, but that doesn't mean your career has to stop there. Why not? Why not take a college team and take them to the chip? Just a thought. Double D says, in regards to the starting five, if Mitch Robinson is going to start, just start Josh Hart on back-to-backs while monitoring Mitchell Robinson's minutes and back-to-back games. That could be something they wind up doing, bro. I wouldn't be surprised. Prezi says we have our own savior named Jalen Brunson, a.k.a. Captain Clutch, a.k.a. that man with the cape. I like that. Kev says Marcus is bugging. He could have got some burn. I mean, he probably would have, but I think I kind of feel like it's a combination of the playing time and the money. Some of these dudes, they I don't know. I mean, Marcus I think he's probably got pretty good contracts. So maybe it's not the money. Maybe it's just playing time. I don't know. Yeah, they probably would have used them though. You ain't lying, Kev. He also says we finally have a front office that's doing everything the right way. Yep. Wolverines 1986 in the building says, salute to you, by the way, says Steve Cohen apologized to the fans, but how are Mendoza and Stearns still employed? That's a tough one, brother. I'll be honest. If I was Cohen, I'd get rid of Stearns. Look, sometimes people need a chance, but if you just look at Stearns' track record, I don't know how many things he's done that have worked out okay. So I don't know. The draft class that he just drafted, who knows how they're going to be. We're going to need a little while to see what they turn out to be. But I'll tell you the other thing, all them other kids that are in the organization that, even the one they traded to San Francisco, that's not Stearns. So I'm cool on Stearns. Let's make a move, B. Let's get better. I'm on the fence about Mendoza. I'll be honest. And I know down the stretch, he made some bad managerial decisions. Some things were a little, head scratching. But for the most part this season, I didn't want to blame him because I thought he was doing good. I thought some of his choices were good too earlier in the season. Like I said, down the stretch, he made a couple bad moves. But I kind of think about it with Stearns, with Mendoza, you got 2 years. Last year down the stretch, he was making good moves. So I don't know if I can blame Mendoza or blame there's the issue with this team. It's just not built right. You got to fix some things. Plus, all of the players really like Mendoza and they want him back. You know what I mean? When a team is not doing good, especially a team with high-priced players on it, if the manager ain't right, the players will get him up out of here. And apparently the players want Mendoza to come back. So maybe he's not the issue. He got dealt the bad hand. And of course, because of that, sometimes you make some decisions that don't always work out, but they're magnified now. So that's why he's looking like the issue. I think they need to get rid of Stearns and they need to get rid of all the other coaches. That sounds crazy, right? But yeah, man, listen, unless they bring in some aces on the pitching staff, which they're going to have to do anyway. Even the pitching coach, man, look, he's been a great pitching coach for many years, but maybe he lost a step. I don't know. Got to look at it, but definitely the hitting coach got to go. Sorry, Chavez. Anyway, let's move on. All right. Kareem Grant is in the building. What up, Kareem? Appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the SKF Army. Shout out. He says salute to everyone and to my bro, Ron. There you go, Darlene. Well, you're one of the greats, so we know you show love to everybody. Shout out to Joey Rip 'em Up Sports in the building. Appreciate you. Said, what up, Ron and the crew? Good to see you, bro. And thank you for being a member of the SKF Army, as always. All right. Let me see. Buzzer. You ain't lying. That's true, though. It could happen. He said, no, the transfer portal and the NIL would kill Tibbs. Yeah. Listen, if he got out there and had these guys working and they listened to him, he'd be great. But if they don't want to hear him and he's starting to run them through walls, bro, he'd lose all his players. You ain't lying. Yeah. Wolverines 1986 says Rick Brunson had a 5-year gap in the NBA employment before Knicks hired him. Does anyone know why? That's a good question. Shaw says, great point on Mitch. In my opinion, think that's Shamet and Malcolm are the other choices. Okay. Really? I didn't see that, Greg. So RJ talk a little spicy. Okay. Listen, man, you know what? I'm going to tell you something. You guys should know this, right? If RJ's talking negative about the Knicks, it's because he's hurt and really still wants to be here. He got traded over there to his hometown team and he realized they ain't New York. So, and I'm not going to hold that against him. RJ was a good dude here. He had a good heart. He went through a lot of tough stuff. What happened with his brother? A lot of stuff happened, man. But one thing about RJ, he's always been a good dude, a young guy, but he's always been professional and he's always worked hard. He may not have turned out to be the player we thought he was going to be, but I still always respect him as a dude. And you know what I mean? I understand that he's probably not that happy that he's not a Knick. So it is what it is, man. Wish him the best, though. Yes. Carlos Tejada is in the building. He wants to know what RJ said. Yeah, I don't know. Craig said you guys got the Soto curse. I mean, there ain't no Soto curse, man. Not yet. If Soto is here for like 4 or 5 years and we're not able to win a championship or even make it to the World Series, then I'll say maybe this is Soto curse. But listen, let's not forget, Soto already won a championship. That's when you know you got a really talented player. And when he won the championship, he was no afterthought. He was the man over there. Him and why am I forgetting the dude with the beard's name from Philly? Whatever. You know who I'm talking about. Anyway, those dudes carried the hell? I keep calling them. Were they the Nationals at the time? I don't think they were. Were they? Yeah, maybe they were. Yeah, they were the Nationals. Time be flying, man. I forget how long teams have been in existence and name changes. I guess they were, yeah. But yeah, those 3 dudes carried that team. You know, Soto and what the hell is this guy's name? Man, my memory is trash bag sometimes. The outfielder. He plays first base for the Phillies now, I think. The heck? And their third base was great too during that time. He's kind of fallen off. But whatever. The point is he's got a chip, so he can chill. I don't know, bro. I'm gonna say the Juan Soto thing wasn't great, but if you guys remember, when Juan Soto was struggling, the Mets were winning. Yes, sir. It was really weird, but when he was struggling, the Mets were winning. When he started to hit and get better, the Mets started losing because guys weren't, I don't know, guys was having their own issues. But the starting pitching is the real reason why they lost. The starting pitching is abysmal. It's terrible. There's a lot of bad moves here. And not only did they not bring in an ace, they didn't even bring in somebody close to an ace. Then Senga, who's supposed to be an ace, turned out to be a dud. And Clay Holmes, who is not really a starting pitcher, who's got 3 pitches. You make him a starting pitcher, and it doesn't work out. Shocker there. Dude had 3 pitches. All right. Next up. Look at you, my guy. Thank you, Danny Thomas. Rendon. Rendon was on fire over there. It was Rendon, Soto, and the freaking other outfielder. Golly, man. This is terrible because, you know, my memory is not this bad, but sometimes I just can't for the life of me think of a certain player. Phillies players. And somebody's probably going to put it in the chat as soon as I freaking bring it up. Bryce Harper. Jeez. Thanks, Danny Thomas. Man, you the man with all the answers. All right. So, let's get back. You was right, Kev. You was right because that dude, 3 pitches does not make a starting pitcher. All right. So, that's the Malcolm Brogdon news. Landry Shamet gets high praises from Coach Brown. So, guys, listen. You guys know I have been a Landry Shamet cheerleader for a little while, okay? I know not everybody's in love with Shamet. I know he's not a perfect player. I mean, nobody is perfect, but I know there's some weaknesses to his game. I get it. And I've been the first to admit, I say it all the time. Landry Shamet is like the best, worst defender I've ever seen. He is up in your face all over the place with you. You running up and down, he's right with you. But somehow the guy still scores. Anyway, listen, I get it. But I appreciate his effort. I like his hustle. I like the fact that he's not some pushover. Like, he goes out there, he fights. And I think that's what you want coming off the bench. He's the type of guy you don't got to ask him, too much. He'll just do it. You know what I mean? You don't got to tell him too much. Just, hey, this is what we need. Oh, hey, listen, people are hurt. We need you to start tonight. Done. All right, listen, we need a little spark off the bench. Can we get you in there for like 10 minutes? Can you light it up from out? Done. Like, I like a guy like that, man. He don't care. Like, he knows the NBA is a job for him. It's really a job. So some people get comfortable. You go to any team, you're the man, you get big money, millions of dollars. It's different. It's a job, but it's different. You know what I mean? When you're the man on a team making tons of money. But when you're a guy who makes good money but can bounce around from team to team, it's a job. You got to think about your family, you're moving around, all this type of stuff, going to different cities, making new friends, and wondering how your role is going to be, and if you could stay somewhere for more than a year. That's tough. I got to applaud Landry Shamet and guys like him, because that ain't easy. But anyway, I think that, Coach Brown sees something in Landry Shamet as well. Because the thing about Coach Brown, he likes Ginsu type players, guys that he can put in situations that can do different things, and are not like, they're in the background, but they don't always have to be in the background. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Like, Malik Monk is a really good example. Malik Monk has been kind of a guy who's moved around to different places. We always knew he had some talent, right? But it's kind of like he always kind of laid in the background, just did whatever he needed to do. When he went to Sacramento, Mike Brown all of a sudden found different uses for him, right? And then he became like a focal point of the offense. But you could see that Malik, Monk can, one night he can have 10 points, another night he can have 20. Hell, another night he can have 30. So, and obviously, I'm not joking. You guys already seen it with the Knicks. Landry Shamet could do that too, if given the the right amount of shots. But like, that's the whole point. Shamet has some functionality. He can play decent defense, and he can score. Like, and if he gets hot, he can cook. So that's a guy that I can see a coach, wanting on his team, especially if he wants to have flexibility. He wants to run up and down the court. He's going to need guys to replace these guys as they get tired. You want to have guys that can keep the momentum going. You don't want guys to come in there, all of a sudden now I got my guy who can run up and down the court, but he can't score. Like, when he gets the ball, so it's like, there's nothing going to happen there. There's guys like that at every team, and it's going to happen. But I'm saying, for a coach, they want guys who are versatile. So I just think Shamet, does that, and that's what Mike Brown was saying. He's like a Swiss Army knife. He can do different things. He plays with a lot of intensity, a lot of heart. He takes pride out there. We got to see it in the Indiana series when the Knicks was struggling. He went out there and gave the Knicks some fire. Him and DeLon Wright gave the Knicks some fire. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that. I like I said, I know not everybody's in love with the guy, but I like Shamet and what he can bring to the team. Let me see. What are y'all doing, man? Y'all talking about Zion? What we doing here? Zion is down to 260. Listen, you want to hear my rule of thumb? And I am not going to be one of those people. I've seen enough NBA. I've been around long enough to see how this works. And I will give people credit when they can maintain it. But for right now, this is off-season weight. Okay, this is off-season work. Shout out to them for doing it. Like, shout out to Luka Doncic. They said he's around 230 now, 228, something like that. He's lost like 30 pounds. Shout out to him. Shout out to Zion, down to 260. That's dope. Shout out to him. I am a little skeptical when guys come into camp in great shape, because camp, all you have to do in the off season is work on your eating habits and work out and get your mind right and come into whatever training camp you are in the best shape of your life. Once the season starts and you're on the road with the players and you guys, go to the gym here and there, but you're going to all these different places. You're winding up in New Orleans with all them food places. I mean, he's there already. You know what I mean? But you're going to all these different places, going to different, going home sometimes, with the team, like meeting up with family. They inviting you out to dinner. You're going to other places. People are like, oh, Zion's here, y'all. They're comping Zion. You wind up in a gentleman's club. Everybody's like, hey, Zion's in the building. Woo, 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 woo. Free chicken wings for Zion or whatever, I'm just saying, this is stuff that happens. So then all that off-season work, you're not as diligent about. You got to travel. It's a different type of workout. When you playing in the season, you go to the games. You may be lucky if you get practice, but if you get practice, whatever, you run around, you do your thing, great. But you all know that NBA practices have been cut. They don't practice the way they used to. So you play your game, you're on the plane, you go to sleep, you're tired, you want to eat something, then you go to sleep, however you do it, you wake up, but with all these back-to-back games and all this stuff, by the time you know it, you got to play another game. Then you go into another city. Man, I love the pizza over here. The pizza's great. Oh, man, they got great rack of lamb over there. You know what I mean? This is the type of stuff that happens. And especially if these dudes are single and they trying to mingle, they're going to different cities. They're meeting females. They're taking them out. They want to be wined and dined. You got to spend the money. You going to eat a salad? No, you're going to eat. I'm just saying it's hard to maintain that weight in the middle of the season. So we'll see. But I will tell you one thing. Both of these guys look great, in great shape. So if Luka can do it, first off, if Luka can maintain that weight, he might be the MVP of the league. Right. And if Zion can maintain that weight and stay healthy, he might have his best season ever since being in the league. So, we'll see. I ain't messing with Zion, though. He got to show me. And if he does show me, by that time, he'd be too pricey for me. So it is what it is. Shout out to Q Burrow, brother in the building. What up, Q Burrow? Good to see you. David Smith is in the building. What up? He's a salute to Ron in the chat. A sharp shooter, though. Yeah, we're talking about Shamet. He is. All right. Zion, the point forward, and he defends and blocks shots better than Cat. Yeah, but Cat's a better rebounder. Cat's a better all-around scorer. When I need a big bucket in a game and I don't have Jalen Brunson, I'm pretty confident that Cat could help out there. I'm not so confident that Zion can. You know what I mean? And the other thing about Zion is Zion is a good scorer, but he's limited. He can't shoot. So that's another thing. DeLon White is an op now. Yeah. Hollywood just cause in the building. Let's go, Knicks. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. All right. Okay. All right. So appreciate all y'all. Anyway, so let me do this now. Didn't have a chance to do it on Saturday because Saturday's show was crazy. We had about 8 or 9 people up there at one time. So it was a wild show. Very good, though. Entertaining. It was definitely entertaining. Oh, boy. Oh, wow. I didn't see it. Man, I don't know what's going on. This year's been kind of crazy. I saw Tyreek Hill left the game, but I didn't know what happened. I didn't realize he got carted off, and it was a brutal knee injury. Oh boy! Oh, this year has been terrible, man, to wide receivers and to other people. But man, there's some big names that have gone out in this one. This is a tough year. Tough year for the Stars. Wow, that's tough. Okay. Well, let me do this, guys. Let me open up the phone lines. Y'all know what it is. Show some love if anybody wants to call in. I guess I can, if I can find my thing here. All right. There we go. Thank you, Darlene. I'm glad you appreciate it. We got through some things, but we made it work. A little tricky, but we made it work. Yes, that's right, y'all. If you would like to call into the show, the number is, let me remove this. Sorry, appreciate you guys. 347-305-7280. Ooh, some people already know the number. Out the gate. Let's go. Caller, you on live. SKF Weekly. Your name, where you calling from?
Hello?
Hello? Is that you, Randu?
Caller, you on live. SKF Weekly. Your name, where you calling from?
Can you hear me?
347. Hello? Hello?
You gotta turn down the sound in the background.
Yeah.
I can hear you. Hello? Well, I'm gonna hang that one up. We'll try again. Call the number again, caller. I think that was Randu, but I'm not sure. Maybe it was. Anyway, once again, that's 347-305-7280. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Let it ring twice. All right, caller. Once again, you are on live SKF Weekly. Your name and where you calling from?
Hey, Ron, what's up?
Oh, it is Randu. Okay, what up, brother? What's going on your mind, man? What's happening?
That was a real good show Saturday, man.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you. I mean, you know, it had a lot going on, but we got, like I said, we got through it.
Yeah. What I wanted to talk about was one of the topics that was talked about Saturday about the young players playing.
Oh yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Okay, for instance, we'll start with Hook 40. What are the chances do you think that he would play if Mitch starts?
If Mitch starts, I think it's a very high chance. Excuse me, that Huck Porty plays, because Mitch is definitely going to need somebody to back him up. And even though some people might say, well, you know, that's where Yabusele comes into play. Well, I think Yabusele will be backing up Karl Anthony Towns. And maybe they'll even switch things up and go, they might even use Yabusele to back up OG Anunoby. Because remember, Yabusele is 6'9". So, you know, he's interchangeable in a way that he's a power forward, but you can kind of use him at the 3 sometimes. He can back up Cat. And, you know, you can use him in different ways, but he's not really tall. So he's not really the guy you want backing up your center. So if they put him at center, they're playing small.
Tibbs would do.
It does sound like something he would do.
Like a Tibbs move.
Right.
That
But
sounds like something Ted would do.
traditionally, though, you want to have somebody who's a 7-footer backing up a 7-footer. So I can see Huck Porty getting a little minutes, especially if Mitch starts. Yeah, that's that. I bet Huck Porty is hoping Mitch starts 100%.
But you know what? I think that should have. I think Huck Porty should, you know what I'm saying, be the backup, you know, if Mitch start. But there's another scenario to this.
Okay,
Hello?
I'm
Oh,
listening.
yeah. Okay. So, right. Okay. Now, we know Alex Lynn was invited to training camp.
Yeah, true.
There is a chance that if he does real good at training camp, that maybe he might get a spot on the team and Huck Porty could be traded.
No, because at this point, even though Huck Porty hasn't shown it yet, Huck Porty has more value than Alex Lynn does, right? Huck Porty just needs the opportunity to show what he can do. Alex Lynn is like a journeyman player. He's been in the league a lot of years now. He's a little long in the tooth, you know what I mean? And I was just reading an article before I started the show talking about Alex Lynn might be the odd man out. If there's somebody that the Knicks are going to cut, he looks like the obvious answer. So I don't think Alex Lynn is even going to really have a chance to make this team. I think he's definitely in camp to help. You know, he's got a shot to show himself, but I think he's here to help push the other guys and maybe to help Huck Porty get a little better going up against him and stuff like that, maybe learning from him. But yeah, it looks like I don't think Alex Lynn has any chance to make the team, and I think like this is going to be very short-lived for him.
Right. Okay, moving on to Dottier. Now, with Dottier, I don't think he's going to get much playing time. Because, okay, let's look at the roster. Now, at the at the two guard position, if Mitch starts, that means Bridges is going to be at the 2. Now, you got Bridges starting at the 2 if Mitch starts.
Yep.
You got Brunson at the starting point guard spot. Then now, you look at the bench.
Yep.
You got Deuce. You got Clarkson. You got Brogdon. We ain't even get to Josh Hart yet. And most likely, he's going to be the backup 3. Matter of fact, he will be the backup 3, most likely, if Mitch starts. He will be the backup 3. So, I don't see, the only way I see Dottie getting some time if there are injuries. Hate to say that, but that's the reality.
I think you're right.
Now there's Kolek.
I think you're right.
When it comes to Kolek, Kolek ain't getting no playing time either.
Yeah, it looks tough.
Because that his chance of getting minutes got killed when they signed Brogdon.
I agree.
That tells you right there they thought he ain't ready for the backup spot.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very difficult for Kolek and Dottier to carve out minutes on this roster. They might get thrown a bone here and there. You know, the Knicks might use them in back-to-back games. They might get a couple minutes, you know, in those scenarios. Or there might be a day or two. I don't know how Mike Brown does it. There might be a day or two where he gives a guy a day of rest. You know, Brunson, you're not playing today no matter what, right? Maybe then Kolek gets a little love. Like it'll be Brogdon and then Deuce and Kolek, you know, they'll do it that way. But yeah, I don't see it. I don't see these guys getting a lot of minutes. I mean, and that's if they're here, right? Because, you know, trade is still in play. And one of those two guys you just mentioned might be up out of here. So, I mean, we'll see. But you
Then
definitely,
there's Diarra.
I was just
He
gonna
ain't
say,
getting no minutes.
yeah, I was just gonna say you definitely made a case as to the reason why they're thinking of another reason why they're thinking about trading one of these guys, because there ain't gonna be a lot of minutes for them. So
Then you got your two-way players. They not gonna see no time unless there are serious injuries.
right, yeah, I don't really think the
Much
two.
as I would like for McCullough to get some minutes because he was on the team last year, but he was hurt.
I don't think the two-way players are gonna get a lot of time early. I think the Knicks. I was reading something, or maybe I was listening to something. I can't remember, but I was either reading something or listening to something where they explained where it kind of backfired on the Knicks last year. They played a player early, and then kind of split his time in the G League, but they used him early. So down the stretch, they couldn't use him. He had to sit on the bench because they already exhausted all of his playing time. Because two-way players, it's halftime in the G League, halftime in the NBA, and it's strict about it. I think it's like 40 games or whatever. They're very strict about it. So yeah, so I think the two-way players, they might try to make them, stay on the bench, go to the G League, and get all that out early so that they can kind of use them down the stretch if you have injuries and stuff. Because the injuries normally don't happen. I mean, they could happen, but they don't usually happen early. They happen a little later in the season, like when people have been playing for a while and the wear and tear. So that's the time you really want to hold on to these players and use them then. So I wouldn't expect the two-way players to get a lot of love early. You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, okay, I thought I lost you. Anyway, yeah, but hey man, Randu, listen, I appreciate the call, brother. If there anything,
I'm not finished.
oh, you got more?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, brother.
Now, about Mitch starting, I don't feel that should be a every night thing.
Uh-huh.
I think it should be used against certain teams. Like, for instance, let's say we're going against a team like Cleveland.
Okay.
Or if the Thunder uses their double big lineup with iHeart and Holmes. Or we go against a team like Memphis, who's pretty big up front.
Right.
But now we going against a team that with a smaller lineup that's fast, then we may start Deuce or Hart.
Yep. I think
thinking of Hart, his finger look messed up.
It looks terrible.
He should sit out. He shouldn't be playing right now.
It looks terrible.
He needs to let that heal.
But as we were talking about on Saturday, and people make good points, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. And the other thing is like getting a surgery and fixing the finger and then rehabbing and then going through that takes a while. And as much as some people may not value Josh Hart the way they used to after the Indiana series in the playoffs, I think the Knicks still value Josh Hart, and they feel like he needs to be with them for now, because he gives them that hustle and that rebounding that the Knicks still have problems with. So I just hope he can still be effective. I hope he can grab the rebounds the way he was. I hope he can catch passes, people throwing bullet passes with that hand. So we'll see. I ain't even thinking about the shooting because I don't think the shooting is going to be good, but we'll see.
How many years Hart got left on his contract? What, 2 years?
I think
1 year?
two.
So he'll be a free agent in 2027.
Yes.
If he's not extended.
Yes. Yep. What else you got, brother?
If Mitch does start, I don't trust Mitch playing more than 28 minutes a game.
I think that's fair. I think if you want to keep Mitch effective and try to keep him healthy, it makes sense to limit his minutes. Unless you get into one of those.
I would, right. And I would even say on back-to-back games,
He
let
shouldn't
him sit
play.
out on back-to-back games.
I think they might.
I mean, well, let him play one game, but on back-to-back, sit him out the other game.
Yeah. I think that's what they're going to do. I think that's what they're going to do too. I think the back-to-back is just too much. Mitch has been through too many injuries. The back-to-back is tough. So I think they're definitely going to think about doing that. And once again, isn't that great for Huck Porty? Because on a back-to-back, Huck Porty could definitely get some minutes.
Right.
Yeah. You got anything else, Randu?
No, that's pretty much it for now.
Okay. Hey, listen, man, as I always say, bro, I appreciate you. Thank you for the call. Thank you for always supporting SKF and everything we got going on, brother. I appreciate you for real. I'm not just saying that.
No doubt, man.
I like to, especially the people that continue to be here and show that they here. Man, I appreciate it. Y'all could be anywhere. And there's a lot of people in this Knicks community, and y'all show love to them, but y'all also still continue to show me love. So I definitely appreciate that, brother.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Always, man.
All right, bro. Hey, listen, have a great rest of your night, man. Listen, 2 more days. Well, is it? Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, 2 more days, basically. And then Thursday is Knick preseason. So we'll have something to look at.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Have a good night.
Good talking to you, man.
Same.
Later.
All right. Okay. Latoria says 28 minutes is a lot. You think 28 minutes is too much? Maybe. We'll see. Caller, you are on live at SKF Weekly. Your name and where you calling from?
This is Yuri.
What up, Yuri? What's going on, brother?
I'm chilling.
Oh, shoot.
I'm ready.
Sorry,
2
I just
days.
realized something.
2 more days.
2 more days, yeah. Time
2
be
more
flying.
days. Yep. I'm getting old, man. I'm getting old. This off season was a little crazy. Really crazy. And then it just died down a month after. Completely.
Yeah, it's so weird to me because we talk about it, right? And I remember, I feel like it was just like not too long ago that I was saying, man, I can't wait for us to get to training camp, and then boom, like we're here. Like it's fast.
Yep. We went from firing Tom Thibodeau, going over that coaching search, then now we finally hired Mike Brown. And I want to see what Mike Brown can do with this team.
I'm with you.
I really want to.
I'm with you. I mean, listen, this is the honeymoon period right now. Everything is roses. So, it's cool. But I really do like the fact that he knows how to carry himself, like what to say. And I feel like that's that's a good communicator for the team. And, he's obviously great in the press. But like it's a good communicator for the team, and I'm hoping that the guys will listen to him and do things, because I hear he's been telling them, he's been looking at all of their stuff, what they're good at, talking to them about that stuff. He's been talking about their weaknesses. He's been talking to Cat. I like it.
And this is no shot at Tibbs whatsoever. Tibbs was a one-way guy. He was his way or the highway. You had to coach a certain way to play for Tom Thibodeau.
Very
I
true.
respect what Tibbs did for the organization. I respect what he even did for my team, pulling them out of the gutter when he came here in 2020. I got mad love for Tibbs. I always will have love for Tibbs. But I think it was time to move on from him.
I agree,
I
bro.
really, it was, the cracks were starting to show. The players looked like they didn't want to play for him anymore, despite them saying they had respect for Tibbs. Right? We'll never really know what really happened. Unless it's 3 years from now when they make it into a movie or a documentary. Whatever.
True. It's true. But I'm with you though. I hope it works out, because that's the bottom line. You can't make a move like getting rid of Tibbs and it not work out. You know what I mean? It's got to work out.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
No, I agree 100%.
Yeah.
100%. And especially the whole media day going on, this past 3 days, we finally got to hear how the players felt about being heard. I don't think that was shade at Tom Thibodeau. Some people thought Deuce was throwing shots, but Deuce even said, I have no respect for Tibbs. He went on a media saying he has respect for Tibbs.
It's true.
So the way I view it is that this was not only a moving piece for for the Knicks, but it was a moving piece away from Tibbs. And the people in the comments saying that we will stop talking about Tibbs, we're going to stop talking to him after October 22nd. We're going to stop talking about him.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Listen, the Tibbs talk ain't gonna stop until the Knicks get to a point where they solidified, right? Like when they go on some winning streaks and they get a good record and they go in, it's going to take all year, to be honest with you, because as soon as that, if the Knicks go into any down slides and they go into losing streaks, they're going to start talking about Tibbs. This is how it is.
That's exactly what's going to happen. That's exactly what's going to happen, and I'm probably going to be a part of the conversation too.
That's just how it is. It's how it is.
Jake Davis, I do agree. We've had our issues with Tibbs, but these players got to perform too, or they can go. Well, yeah, no, this is going to be all eyes on the players this year. We're truly going to find out. We're truly going to find out if this was a Tibbs related coaching or if the players just didn't perform.
True.
That's how it is.
Because that's the flip side, Yuri. Like you're saying, what you're saying right now is the key. Let's not forget, we get mad. We got mad at how Tibbs coached the team. And certain things he didn't do, but in that Indiana series, everybody looked bad. They didn't look good.
Everybody looked bad.
They didn't look good.
Everybody looked bad. Even Jalen Brunson looked bad.
Yeah, everybody looked bad. So players got to step up.
So I'm going to be looking at the Knicks. I'm going to be watching them like a hawk, including Karl Anthony Towns. I'm going to be keeping a close eye on Cat this year.
Yeah. I'm with you. I
really am.
I it's funny, but I feel like I'm probably going to be a little tougher on the players this year than I was last year, because some of y'all might be willing and quick to blame Mike Brown on stuff. I'm probably going to give Mike Brown a little bit more leeway this year, because I know all the pressure he's under. It's 1 year. It's his first year with the Knicks. So I might look at him a little differently. Even if he makes a mistake here and there, I may not be as tough on him. But the players that have been here, that know how to play basketball, that should be doing things the right way. Because the other thing about this past year's team, we were sloppy at times too. Like our fundamentals, we were bad sometimes. So we got to get it. We got to get it together. Definitely.
I agree. I agree 100%. I was on the keep Tibbs train for a long time. I gave a lot of players a lot of flack, but this is going to be a year where I'm keeping an eye on the players a lot more than I'm keeping an eye on the coach. Honest to God, I'm keeping an eye on the players a lot more.
I hear that.
I really am.
Yeah.
But no, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I really am. I'm excited for the preseason. I'm not going to go too hard on the preseason. The way I view preseason is that Mike Brown's going to do a lot more experimentation. Right. But I did say Mike Brown's going to take this a little bit more seriously than Tibbs did in the regular season, in the preseason.
Right.
The reason why I say that is that we got to figure out our starting lineup going into the regular season. And the preseason is the perfect time to do that, along with training camp.
I agree. I'm looking at these preseason games, especially the ones in Abu Dhabi, as extended practices. I don't even like. I'm not even thinking about them winning. I just expect them to work on different things they feel like they need to take a look at. So,
right.
It should
and
be
the way I
fun.
view starting five, right? And I've said this. Karan even told me you agreed with me. I view the starting five as interchangeable. The fifth starter, you can plug in for any kind of matchup. You're going up against the Cavs, plug in Mitch. You're going up against a team that's 3-point shooting, put in Deuce. You're going up against a team that is heavy on the rebound, put in Josh Hart. Going up against a team that wants double big, like what? Denver, Cavs, and a few other teams, put in Mitch. The lineup is interchangeable.
Yeah.
So when we're arguing our heads off about who should be in the starting five, it should at least give us comfort that the lineup is interchangeable.
Yeah. I agree with that too. That's what I've been saying. The only thing that I will say is it can't be game by game. Like you can't switch the lineups every single game. You got to have some type of fluidity to it where the guys have to be able to play a few games because it's hard to create chemistry and to gel if you're constantly switching guys out every game. So guys have to be able to at least play a few games together before you decide to make a switch. But I'm also with that. I think they should be able to be flexible with the starting lineup.
True.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Yuri, I appreciate you, man. Listen, on a normal night, I would love to keep going and talk and probably be here for at least another half an hour or so, but I actually got to do something, and so I got to cut this show short. But hey, man, I want to say thank you once again for the call, and as same thing as I said to Randu, thank you for your support and not just supporting my show, but supporting other shows in the community. That's what makes this community so dope, man. Knicks for life, baby. Let's get it.
Knicks for life. I will leave with one question though. Now I'm hop off.
Okay.
Do you see the youngins staying on this team, or do you think a move is going to be made? I think a move is going to be made before Abu Dhabi. Now I think it's going to be after. At least.
Yeah, I think honestly, I could see the move just has to happen before the regular season, right? Because you can't before, like that's what we were was reading the other day about the Exhibit 9 contracts. You have to make a move before opening night. Opening night, those contracts automatically transfer to become standard contracts. The Knicks obviously can't afford to do that. So that just tells me before the first game of the regular season, a trade will be made. Or the Knicks will pivot and come out and tell us, well, we've looked at things and we decided we're only going to keep one of these guys. And so, that they'll fight for the last spot. But I do think a trade is going to be made. So, yeah, I just think the trade is going to happen. It has to happen before opening night, or the Knicks would be into big trouble, and they can't do that. So, yeah. So if you're looking for a timeline, opening night. Before opening night, it's going to happen. Has to.
Got it. Okay, thank you, Ron. Appreciate you having me on the call.
Hey, man, appreciate you, Yuri, as always. Thank you, brother. Well, all right, y'all. Once again, I want to say thank you to everybody who's been here rocking. I appreciate y'all so much for showing love. Like I said, I wish the show could go a little longer, but I got to do something, so I got to cut it. But it's always a good conversation, always a good time I have being here, rocking out with you guys, talking about Knicks basketball. Excuse me, I'm definitely excited. I'm not going to get into matchups and stuff for these preseason games. We'll save that stuff for the regular season when it's real. But like I said, these preseason games, do me a favor, y'all. Do not put any stock in wins and losses in these preseason games specifically. These first 2 games are in Abu Dhabi, and then the last 2 games when you're back in the States. I don't care if the Knicks go 0-4. As long as they're working on stuff and we get to see them mix and match in their lineups, and Mike Brown gets to do different things and he gets to see how things, that's all he's trying to do. We ain't worried about winning these preseason games. I'm telling y'all right now. Now, the last one, they may go, a dress rehearsal, and that one they may care about winning, but these other 3, don't stress it if the Knicks don't win. Don't, this doesn't mean anything. Anyway, I want to thank everybody. Once again, appreciate you guys. Hey, as I always say, tell a friend who tells a friend who tells another friend. Still, Knicks fans will be back again, whether it be on Monday nights at 9 p.m. ish. I was a little late, With myself, my brother John, my brother Jose holding it down, but I'm holding it down in their stay while they got stuff going on. And also, check me out on Saturdays for Know the Ledge, open panel, and it gets fun. We get pretty good conversations. Sometimes it can get a little chaotic, but we get through it. So, and then stay tuned for some state of the games, because like I said, I'm gonna pick and choose when I do them, but they're out there. So I want to thank everybody once again. Remember, the good, the bad, the ups and downs, no matter what, we are still Knicks fans, baby. First preseason game Thursday in Abu Dhabi. Let's go, baby. That's it. Anyway, thank you guys once again. Have a great rest of your night, and enjoy tomorrow. It's just another day you get to wake up and live life. So I appreciate y'all. Take care. Have a great rest of your night. And remember what I always say, be good. But if you can't be good, you know what it is. Be good at it. Take care, y'all. Peace.
New York Knicks. First. Go Knicks.
We can finally, start playing, man. So much talk this whole summer. It's felt like so long because we've had so much to talk about. At times it was been kind of slow, but we've been talking, right? But we've actually had a really good off season for this New York Knicks team, and it's been very active. There's been a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, Knicks family, we in the building. I am the Objective Fan from the Objective Knicks Fan channel. And I'm going to give a big salute to Ron and John from Still Knicks Fans.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, Knicks family, I'm Stephanie, a.k.a. No Soul Sports Talk.
We are still Knicks.
What's going on, everybody? It's your girl, Lady and the Chef, from Two Knicks Chicks Podcast. Still a Knicks fan.
What's good, party people in the place to be? It's the main man.
What's up, everybody? This is Steve Locke 21 at Two Knicks Chicks Podcast, and I'm still a Knicks fan.
Yo, this is your boy Sim from Nothing But Knicks. Through all the struggles, through all the heartache and pain, ladies and gentlemen, I am still a Knicks fan.
Peace, y'all. This is Apollo Reed from the Garden Knicks crew. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm still a Knicks fan.
I'm still here. We're still here. Still Knicks fans. It's a fandom. It's a lifestyle.